Hello and welcome. Lesson 16. I have no neutral thoughts. Apparently, this lesson must have made quite an impact on my transformation. That's why I have a lot of highlights in here. Let's see. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those which are true create in their own likeness. Those which are false create in theirs. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. In addition to never being idle, salvation requires that you recognize that every thought you have will bring either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss certain fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about, that it is essential you recognize them as equally destructive but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed and actively seek not to overlook any little thought which tends to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the quality which you assign to it, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea and then, as each thought crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself, this thought about blank is not a neutral thought. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought which arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended if you find them relatively effortless. If strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. So the footnotes from Genesis: and God said, let us make man in our own image, and in our own image, after our likeness. Extend here means to enlarge or increase. The sense is that every true thought extends outward, and as it does, it enlarges or increases. Helen, in fact, began writing increase, then changed it to extend. So I have no neutral thoughts. So I'm relieved by the sentence where he puts it in paragraph 1 that thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They're merely true or false. So that kind of, I don't know, somehow relieves me, makes me feel like, okay, thoughts are either true or false. Those are the only things that we can think of. And the reason that it says there are no idle thoughts, there are no neutral thoughts, is every thought produces a result. Whether it's a happy thought, whether it's a sad thought, whether it's a fear thought, whether it's a sad one, whatever the emotion has been given to that thought, the reality of that is formed and you will see it, whether it's in the world and in collective. But both ways, we are seeing it. This world of chaos right now is a collective thought. The world of peace is also a collective thought. Our thoughts created war, our thoughts created peace, our thoughts created virus, our thoughts created disease, our thoughts created sickness. They did not exist in the world. They did not exist before, but the thoughts that such a thing can happen exist. It created that thing for us. It's hard to swallow. This is a very hard concept to swallow. especially in the body, in the ego mind that we are in. It is the hardest concept to swallow, but you will see it. Um, you will see it. You will. The example that I can think of never being an idle thought, and it's a very simple example. Say you're going to a party, or say you're in a party or whatever. Say you're going to a party. Before going there, you say if you know all those people, and you've already met with them, you already know them, you already had good times with them, then you're going to go with a smile on your face because you're going to enjoy that time. But say you're going to a party and you know some people you're not going to like them and some are going to be great. The thought immediately that goes to is, oh, I'm going to see so and so and it's not going to be I'm not going to have a great time. So there itself, you're going with that energy into that room and you will see the results of that. That's one very simple example I can think of. But yes, so this was a beginning, apparently. All these lessons, especially the beginning lessons, really are just to break that monotony that's going on in your mind, that one way thinking, and then breaking it down to there is another way of seeing things, of thinking. Now, do not be put away by the Christianity words in here, like salvation and things like that. This is a non-dual book. This is taking you to the truth. So don't be put off by those things. Just do the lessons the way it says. This is, again, one of the pathways to your transformation, to your peace. Like I always say, this is your transformation. This is your pathway to peace if you choose to. I love you. Keep practicing. Thank you for being here, being consistent with me. I love you. Have a great day. Have a great week. See you soon. Namaste.